Hello and welcome. Cornering is where many drivers feel the most uncertain. Straight roads are easy, braking is fairly simple, but when the road starts to curve, suddenly the car can feel less stable, less predictable, and sometimes even a little scary. And the reason usually isn't the car, it's how you approach the corner. So today we're going through 5 cornering mistakes that kill grip and confidence, and more importantly, how good drivers avoid them. Once you understand these, corners will start to feel smooth, controlled, and predictable. Let's start with the most common mistake. The biggest mistake drivers make in corners is entering too fast. When you arrive at a corner with too much speed, a few things immediately happen. You have to brake too late, and sometimes even while turning. I'll explain a bit later why that's bad on its own. The car starts to feel heavy at the front and feels as if it wants to slide out of the corner. And as a result, the steering suddenly feels less precise and predictable. This is when drivers start to panic and make sudden corrections, which often only worsens the situation. The important thing to understand is that cornering problems usually begins before the corner even starts. What you want to do is adjust your speed before the turn. There is a simple principle many experienced drivers follow. Slow in, smooth through, fast out. By entering slightly slower, you gain something much more valuable than speed, and that's control. Obviously, the crucial part here is to figure out how sharp the turn is, as this ultimately determines how fast you can go through it. What you can use as a reference is so-called vanishing point. This is the spot where the painted center line and fog lines converge in distance. When it's near, the corner is tight, and when it's farther away, the corner will be wider. If there are no painted lines, use the road edges as reference points. The next big mistake is braking inside a corner, which usually happens as a result of entering it too fast or misjudging how sharp it is. To understand why this is a problem, you need to think about how tires work. Each of them has only a limited amount of grip available. So when turning, your front tires are quite busy with steering, and if you slam the brakes, they will have to brake as well. Asking the tires to do these 2 demanding things at once might be too much, and the result is often understeer. The car begins to push wide toward the outside of the corner. This makes the driver feel like the car isn't responding, because it actually isn't. Even more dangerously, slamming the brakes shifts the car balance towards the front. As a result, you'll have less weight over the rear axle, which may cause the rear tires to lose grip. And because you're turning at the moment, your car is likely to oversteer and spin. To avoid this, you must always do all the braking and slowing down before the corner and ease off the brake pedal as you start turning the steering wheel. Your goal while cornering should be to position and balance the car, not slow it down aggressively. The third mistake is steering too abruptly, where drivers turn the steering wheel quickly and aggressively when entering a corner. The problem here is similar to braking inside a corner. It overloads the front tires instantly. And predictably, when that happens, the tires struggle to maintain grip, the car can feel nervous, unstable, or reluctant to turn. To make cornering smoother, you want to do exactly the opposite. Apply steering gradually and progressively. Think of it like this. Instead of snapping the wheel into the turn, guide the car into the corner. By steering smoothly, you allow the tires to build grip naturally. And when they stay within their limits, the car feels calm and predictable. While on the subject, I must mention that the way you steer through the corner, the line you take, has a huge impact on not only the smoothness, but also the amount of speed you can safely carry through it. What you want to do here is use as much of your lane as safely possible. While approaching the corner, position your car toward the outer edge of the turn, aim at the inner edge at the middle, and go wide while exiting the turn. By doing so, you're effectively making the turn slightly wider than it actually is, which reduces the load on tires and makes cornering smoother. What I must add here, while negotiating a corner, always stay within your lane. There are two reasons for this. Most corners are blind. They go around something that blocks your view and prevents you from seeing if there's oncoming traffic. And the last thing you want to do in the middle of the corner is to be in the opposite lane with the vehicle approaching. You'll have to turn sharply to avoid it, which easily results in a loss of control. Even if the corner is such that nothing blocks your view, cutting through the opposite lane is still illegal in most places, even if there's no oncoming traffic. Coming in at number 4 is looking too close. Where you look has a huge impact on how well you corner. Many drivers focus on the road just a few meters in front of the car. As a result, they have less time to react, which makes their steering corrections late and abrupt, ultimately causing corners to feel tighter than they actually are. These are all things best avoided, so what you want to do is look through the corner toward its exit. The vantage point I mentioned earlier here is the key. You focus on where the lines converge, as this tells what the configuration of the turn is, if it tightens or opens up, and steer accordingly. By doing so, your steering becomes smoother, your line through the corner improves, and the car feels much more easier to control. Once you've mastered this skill, your hands will naturally guide the car where your eyes are looking. The final mistake is accelerating too early and too sharply while still in the corner. Many drivers feel the urge to get back on the throttle before the car has finished turning. If this is done abruptly, it has a similar effect as sudden braking while turning. It shifts weight toward the rear of the car and reduces grip at the front tires. When that happens, the car begins to push wide and the steering feels less effective. This is especially noticeable in front-wheel drive vehicles, where front tires have to deal with steering and acceleration at the same time. To be honest, you can accelerate while cornering, but the key here is to do it gently and at the right moment. Wait until you can see where the corner ends and begins to straighten, and push the throttle gradually. Don't slam it, do it progressively. And while doing so, pay attention to how your car is reacting. If it feels like it's going out wide, you need to ease off the throttle slightly. Patience here makes the car feel far more stable and controlled. So there you have it. Corners shouldn't feel stressful. When you approach them with the right technique, they become one of the most satisfying parts of driving. Just remember to brake before the corner, steer smoothly while looking where you want to go, and accelerate only when the car is ready. By doing so, your driving becomes smoother, calmer, and more controlled. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe for more practical driving tips, and let me know in the comments. Which of these cornering mistakes have you been making so far? See you in the next one.